Begins with some breaking news overnight. Two men in the hospital this morning after they were reportedly assaulted near the Liberty Pole. Rochester police called to the scene on East Main Street just after 2 a.m., which is where they found the 55-year-old and the 56-year-old, both men suffering from blunt force trauma. The 56-year-old is expected to survive. However, the 55-year-old's injury is currently considered life-threatening. No suspects are in custody, and if you know anything about this case, you're asked to please call 911. To further breaking news, a teen girl is in the hospital after she was hit by a train in Fairport overnight. Officials responded just around 2 a.m. to the tracks on North Main Street and Railroad Streets. We are told that she lives, but the extent of her injuries are unknown. So as soon as we get an update, we'll share it with you. So stay with us, please, on air and online at rochesterfirst.com. And continuing our breaking news updates, a home in Greece deemed unlivable after a fire also overnight. Crews called to the scene on Moxon Drive around 3:20 this morning, where the homeowners say they were inside when it started and called 911 when they smelled the smoke. 3 people and 2 dogs were all able to get out safely. The Red Cross will assist them with alternate housing, though the cause of the fire is still under investigation. We have the latest update from Seabreeze Amusement Park as it addresses a safety incident involving one of its kiddie rides. Park officials say last week a ride operator did fail to properly secure the safety restraints before starting the ride, and they note this as a clear violation of safety protocol. Fortunately, the park reps say the ride stopped before anyone got hurt, and the restraints were quickly secured before operations started up again. The employee involved in last week's incident, we're told, is no longer working at the park. Officials further emphasize safety is at the core of its mission, and they remain committed to maintaining trust with guests and families. A father faces charges after his 9-year-old daughter was found dead. Her body discovered after that father reported a false abduction out of Lake George over the weekend. Now this disturbing case raises new questions about the potential misuse of the Amber Alert system. So Iran Spitzer joins us now in studio, breaking it all down. Iran.
Yeah, Michaela, according to state police, around 10 o'clock Saturday night, 45-year-old Luciano Fertolin reported his daughter Melina missing, possibly abducted near an expressway in the town of Lake George, triggering an Amber Alert. Later that day, police found Melina dead in a shallow pond in Ticonderoga. Both Melina and her father are Canadian residents who came to the U.S. more than a week ago for vacation. Melina's mother reports that she spoke to her daughter around 6:30 Saturday night and that her daughter said they were headed back to Canada. Police accused the father of killing her sometime between that call and the 911 call, and investigators say his story, claiming otherwise, quickly unraveled.
Anytime an Amber Alert is issued, there's a balance between providing prompt information to the public, but also ensuring that information is accurate and reliable. We don't want to numb the public with unvetted alerts. So in this case, it was difficult to confirm some of the initial information provided by the suspect.
It sounds like in this case, they had enough for the homicide, so they brought the homicide charges up front along with the concealment of the corpse. They could certainly add on additional charges later.
Fertolin pled not guilty and remains in custody. He is due back in court Friday for a felony hearing where prosecutors may pursue more charges. Michaela?
Thank you for keeping us updated on that tragic case, Iran. Our sunrise traffic update here at 6:54. We are showing new activity, road construction continuing there on 390 north and southbound to our west. That's really the only thing causing any minor slowdowns as of this time. Plenty of construction, though, as we're seeing in the 490 bridge downtown in the Greater Rock Sky Eye camera. Folks are still managing to move along smoothly, so take caution around those construction areas and be kind to our workers. Well, after nearly 2 decades, the town of Webster plans to launch their own town-wide property reassessment project. The reevaluation process kicks off tonight with a public meeting in the community room of the Webster Public Library. Town leaders say the goal here is to ensure that property values reflect today's real estate market, and it's not been done since 2004. Though you may receive a higher assessment, they claim this does not necessarily mean higher taxes. In fact, they expect some homeowners would actually see bills go down. The meeting will start up at 6 p.m. If you'd like to attend or have your questions answered, we've got info on that all available at rochesterfirst.com. All right, James, our final check of the weather here. I think today is the day to get out and in the sunshine because it's just cool enough that I wonder if the shade would really make the biggest difference here.
Yeah, it's whatever you prefer, right? We have a little bit of something for everyone here. With numbers in the 50s now, we got the cool start, mid-70s this afternoon, under that sunshine. Tomorrow starting to warm up. You know, I think yesterday and today might have been still a little bit chilly for the splash pad or the pool. But the next couple days, I think, are perfect to be able to cool down there. And then Thursday is just downright hot. We'll get into the 90s there, and then showers and thunderstorms develop by Friday. Could carry over into the weekend.
All right, spying a couple good days to get out there to the beach, maybe to sea breeze. In fact, to get a double check of all of our top headlines, get to Second Cup of Sunrise, that new podcast with James and Brennan, 9 a.m. on the Rochester First streaming app. Thanks for watching.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.